So this is my installation for a print multiple script that I have coming up. This installation is called Junkhead. An installation is basically transforming a space with your work to try and like touch on a certain theme. I mean, it's painting, digital print, printmaking, lithography, screen print, a whole bunch of stuff. So over here, in terms of the multiples, subject matter reoccurring, I've been working with a lot of still lives, which is like very ironic because I used to hate them. But I've been coming up with still lives sort of in my head, but like some reference material as well, that include a lot of fabric, include a lot of bottles, a lot of gesturing, a lot of contours as well, because I really love just the finality, but also the ability to change the finality of fabric with a simple, touch or wisp. And so you see a lot of that going on right here. You see a lot of that up here as well. In terms of the bottles, it comes off as a bit blatant. It comes off as something that's going to be interpreted in a lot of different ways. I think it has a very deep representation of people that don't think they have another option besides abusing those substances to be happy. I think getting into art, it was one of those things where my mom noticed it, and I was about to jump into high school, and we were picking out my classes. She asked me if I wanted to go into art, and I didn't know that was an option. I asked her if I could do that, and she was a little bit pissed off that I had asked her that question because she went to school for art. And I went in for my first class, and after my first project, a woman by the name of Catherine Zaleski, who doesn't teach at Thomas anymore, she took me aside and she was like, "You have an act for this, like you are something special, and you have to start putting a portfolio together if you want to go to school for this stuff." Art is the only thing that has the ability to keep me sane that isn't a substance. It's basically me trying to flesh out why I have a tendency to romanticize substance abuse, why I have a tendency to constantly search for that next high. Also, the idea of falling into place, falling into a routine, falling into a 9 to 5, it scares the hell out of me, to be totally honest with you. And so these are basically just reflections. These are basically me trying to piece together different parts of my life in certain works. This one right here, that's a digital print called Duplicitous. I was making this one and actually that one as well about recent falling outs with a girl that I had that I was pretty involved with. These are representations of how I felt during that time and what I felt I needed to rise above that. There's something so instinctual and so primal that is released. Like once you create a work and once you're proud of that work, there's something primal within all of us that needs to be brought out, and if it isn't, you suffer greatly. If I didn't have art, I wouldn't be doing anything else right now. If I didn't have art, it might be safe to say I wouldn't be here right now. So